Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at the absolute highlight of the entire 4th season, Gondo Firebeard's later life in... just kidding. Today we are going to take a look at something that looks like a battle, but was more like a mix of chess and poker, a real battle of wits and intellect, in order to gain information. But before we're going to take a look at all of this, let's take a closer look at my Patreons and thank them for supporting this channel. Furthermore, I say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also please check out my fantasy channel, you will find the link down in the description. Now with all of that said, let's start with the 5 actors. On Nazarik's side, we have Pandora's actor, who just like in the 6th novel or the 2nd season of Overlord, once again swapped in for Ainz Ooal, Albedo, who escorted the false Sorcerer King, and of course Ainz Ooal himself, who came up with this strategy and watched together with the rest in order to analyze the battle. And on the side of the Platinum Dragon, we have Azuth Aindra, an adventurer who has a very special armor, the Armor of Reinforcement, a Gundam-like battlesuit that allows him to at least annoy the Sorcerer King and his bodyguard, and of course Platinum Dragonlord himself as Rico Akanea, aka his armor. And now while one side wanted to destroy the other side just wanted to gain intel for a later battle. And with that said, let's dive into the actual battle. First and foremost, Azuth Aindra waited until the other floor guardians like Shelty and Cocytus went away, and only Albedo and some Death Knights were there to actually defend the false Sorcerer King. And that's why Azuth attacked and destroyed the Death Knights. Now, Death Knights are undead creatures that can't be destroyed with just one hit, so why could Azuth Aindra kill them so easily? And it's simple. He used Chain Dragon Lightning, a spell that hits the victim repeatedly and also spreads towards other enemies. And since the Death Knights got hit multiple times, they were dead in mere seconds. Afterwards, Azuth used Firestorm. Now this is not a fire type attack, for this is Overlord and not Pokemon, but it is pretty close. It's a divine type spell that still deals fire damage over a certain area. So both Albedo and Pandora were hit with it. And right here Pandora's actor picked up something odd. He noticed that the enemy had used Chain Dragon Lightning against his Death Knights, despite him being able to cast Firestorm via his armor, meaning that he knew about how to defeat Death Knights. This was the first type of intel they obtained. Now one thing I have to mention that they changed in the anime, because despite Pandora's actor seemingly wearing Ainz Ooal's gear, this is actually not the case. In Yggdrasil Online it was normal to have multiple different gear sets with different resistances that all looked more or less the same, in order to confuse foes. So while this time Pandora's actor suffered fire damage with the actual gear of his father, he wouldn't have lost a single HP. Though again, the fire damage was very minor, thanks to the reduction of effectiveness that his false gear still provided. And in the books this was also the time when I realized that something wasn't right, because right up in the 1st novel, the complete fire immunity of Ainz Ooal was established. And this information was even used against Shelty later. Anyway, back to topic. After that, Albedo chased after Azuth Aindra. And fun fact, if not for Albedo, the usual slow and heavy tank wouldn't be able to keep up with this level 20-something guy in fancy armor, which at most would provide him with the speed stat of a level 90 being. But luckily Ainz Ooal accounted for Albedo's virginity and therefore her inability to catch up with faster targets, because she lacked her Bicon, by handing her an item to increase speed. That's why Albedo was a bit angry and disappointed that she couldn't just keep up with him naturally on her own. And Azuth Aindra's task was of course to lure Albedo away from the action as far as he possibly could. And he flew a considerable distance in order to ensure that Platinum's world-separating barrier wouldn't accidentally catch both of them inside. Platinum's plan was to separate the player from his NPCs in order to cut off the head of the proverbial snake. Once the leader and presumably his body are gone, the other NPCs would be without leadership and might just follow Ainz Ooal's last order. And the reason why we know that Platinum would have taken care of the body of Ainz is because he later contemplated Azuth Aindra's potential death by his own hand, and the problem resurrection magic would pose, because if Azuth would have been killed by Platinum Dragonlord, who then could claim, actually Albedo did it, the body would still be there. This also means that Platinum is accountable to others, who would ask uncomfortable questions, like where's his body, and why can't we see it? And maybe these other persons are his fellow counselors of Arkland. Maybe they are Ygritte Bear's Karoo, one of the 13 heroes, who still lives 200 years after her time as a member of the organization. And maybe they are somebody else entirely, somebody who dwells deep in a sunken city. But in any case, Platinum wanted to deal with the Sorcerer King alone, in order to destroy him completely and irreversibly, hence why Azuth lured away Albedo and was tasked with at least stalling her, if he couldn't outright deal with her. Now even the strongest power armor aren't able to reinforce a user's strength above that of its level 90 equivalent. And there's one other thing, just like with Doppelganger and Greater Doppelganger, the HP and MP aren't scaled up, meaning Azuth Aindra had only his meek HP in order to resist Albedo, who luckily only punched him, instead of ramming her world-class item, Ginun Gagab, which has shapeshifted into her Berdish, into his frail and soft body armor. This is because not only Azuth, but also Albedo was tasked with stalling her opponent, in order to get as many intel as inhumanly possible out of him. And she did stall him by making him talk. Once he went on a rant about how evil the Sorcerer King is, and how Albedo are a monster, Albedo could extract information about his motivation and his worldview. Now the Prime Minister of the Sorcerer Kingdom also noticed what the Power Suit could do, but this will all be explained in the Power Suit video. And for now, this is pretty much it. And next time, we will get to the battle between Pandora's Actor and Platinum. And yes, this will get more than just one part because the battle is just that awesome and is just loaded with clues, with little details and schemes. But for today, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Be There, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duck Dragon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Mervek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.